What began with the goal of bringing Cornell University to the people, 100 years later has evolved into a well-established entity with a mission of strengthening families and communities, protecting and enhancing the environment, fostering economic development, and promoting sustainable agriculture. This is 100 years of Cornell Cooperative Extension of Suffolk County. Join us as we look at our successful journey through the decades. The 20s saw the growth of Cornell Cooperative Extension's agricultural program. Along with agents visiting local farms with the purpose of disseminating research-based information, the Long Island Vegetable Research Facility was established. Now known as the Long Island Horticulture and Research Extension Center, this 68-acre site is a premier research facility for grape and vegetable production, as well as ornamentals and floriculture. The Home Economics program was introduced in 1926. Extension Home Economics visited farm families and educated them about proper food preparation and safety. Today's Family Health and Wellness program educates thousands of families about raising responsible children, nutrition, diabetes education, and more. The 1930s saw the beginnings of 4-H youth development for young people. 4-H roots are in agriculture subjects like corn, hogs, gardens, and canning. Today, 4-H meets the needs of our young people through a better understanding of their environment and health while offering a foundation of community service with education in science, technology, engineering, and math. Extensions played a critical role as the country was faced with war. While the USDA launched a Victory Garden program, Extension was critical for the program's success, particularly in rural areas. Today, Cornell Cooperative Extension's horticulture program is one of our best-known assets. Educators offer research-based support to gardeners with online horticulture leaflets, gardening schools, and master gardener classes. Suffolk residents and ornamental horticulture professionals can contact our diagnostic labs for questions about their plants, gardens, landscapes, and lawns. 1955 saw the defining of roles within Extension. Suffolk County Farm Bureau split, creating Cooperative Extension Service, which provided research-based information to farmers to help them maximize their production, and the Long Island Farm Bureau, which acted as an advocacy role. These two agencies still work closely today for the benefit of agricultural entities throughout the county. Cornell Cooperative Extension as the lead agency in providing education to individuals, families, and businesses. The expanded Food and Nutrition Education Program was developed in 1969. FNEP and the more recent Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program Education, SNAP-Ed, are continuing strong today as CCE nutrition educators provide the latest and most up-to-date nutritional information within the Food Pyramid Guidelines to participants, helping them balance their diet and dollars. CCE was asked by the county executive in 1974 to manage the Suffolk County Farm and Education Center in Yaphank, an original working farm with a historic hay barn. For over 40 years, this 270-acre farm has been a popular site for families and school groups. In 1977, the Master Gardener Program was established. Volunteers give more than 125,000 hours back to Suffolk County communities through gardening programs in schools, towns, churches, and in county facilities. During the 1970s, the agricultural industry in Suffolk was the focus of considerable attention. The nation's first purchase of farmland development rights program was begun by Suffolk County. Since the inception of this extraordinary farmland preservation initiative, our agricultural staff has provided much-needed technical and educational support to growers in the county's Farmland Committee. This decade was also a period of increased scrutiny on the use of chemical pesticides and fertilizer. Our agricultural research and educational experts work diligently to preserve and protect our sensitive environment as part of the dedication to supporting the economic vitality of the agricultural and horticultural industries. The year was 1985, and the Marine program was added to the CCE roster, with the focus on restoration of habitat and shellfish, and protection of Long Island's waterways through research and education. The Suffolk County Marine Environmental Learning Center in Southold is home to many of our educators and youth camps for the East End and is central to our shellfish hatchery operations. The inception of our marine program was very timely because during the mid-1980s, a series of toxic brown-tide algal blooms totally decimated the highly valued iconic Peconic Bay scallop populations. These blooms also eliminated the already dwindling number of oysters and wiped out vast areas of eelgrass, the submerged vegetation that provides essential habitat for both finfish and shellfish. In 1993, the Master Gardeners helped to form the Children's Garden at the Suffolk County Farm, sharing their love of craft with generations of Suffolk County young gardeners to come. At the end of the 90s, the Department of Health partnered with CCE's Family Health and Wellness with grants to provide diabetes prevention, early detection, and management information to thousands of Suffolk County residents. Over the last 15 years, with the assistance of county and state funds, CCE Suffolk has led the efforts to restore the bay scallop to the Peconic Bays by establishing the largest shellfish spawner sanctuary in the country. Our growing army of dedicated volunteers that have joined SPAT, the Suffolk Project in Aquaculture Training, has made great strides in replenishing the oyster stocks in Suffolk Bays. Recently, the governor has asked CCE Suffolk to expand our efforts to restore clam and oyster populations around Long Island. Many volunteers also engage in the Marine Meadows program, so important to our vital work to restore marine habitat. The Fin Fisheries program conducts important research into conservation fishing gear technology. The fisheries staff is also involved with commercial fishermen to retrieve the large number of abandoned lobster pots to minimize the ongoing ghost fishing responsible for trapping and killing thousands of fish. By 2004, CCE was proud to assume management of Peconic Dunes 4-H overnight summer camp, providing a new venue for CCE to expand our commitment to education of environmental issues facing Suffolk County. We also conduct several other day camps at the county farm, the Marine Environmental Learning Center, and sites from Northport to East Hampton. With a tightening county budget, Cornell Cooperative Extension has kept on the cutting edge of local needs while finding innovative ways to secure funding. These efforts have helped CCE to create and sustain programs, including creating healthy places to live, work, and play, and have partnered with other agencies to provide nutrition education to those with limited resources. And finally, the long-awaited County Farm Visitor Center and Agritourism Showcase is scheduled for construction in 2018. We are committed to growing with the times and continuing to meet the needs of this generation and future generations to come, always with our focus on strengthening families, protecting the environment, fostering economic development, and promoting sustainable agriculture. Thank you for sharing this journey through the decades with all of us at Cornell Cooperative Extension of Suffolk County.